Hello there, gang, and welcome to Model Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. We got a whole bunch of news to talk about, so let's talk about it. First up, Hasbro never met a cash grab they didn't enjoy, because if you wanted a Star Killer figure, you know what you had to do. You had to plonk down your $110 so you could get him, 2 old Stormtroopers, and some crackling lightning effects. And that's the only way you can get hold of a... Oh no, wait, you can just buy them separately now for $25. Oh. Sorry for anyone who bought the 3-pack. Wop, 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 meow. What is that tune from? Is that The Price is Right? The Price is Wrong, bitch. Yeah, unfortunately, if you spent over $100 just to get Star Killer, joke's on you, pal. You can just pre-order him now. He's going to be released on his own in January. God bless the action figure game. No, seriously, joking aside, my heart goes out to you. That's just so bad. I mean, you know Hasbro are going to do it. Hasbro's going to Hasbro, am I right? So yeah, while they're counting up all their money from the giant man HasLab, they're also going... I can't believe these guys paid over $100 for Star Killer. We're just selling them separately now for less than the price would have worked out as if you divided the 3-pack prices between the figures. Amazing. So yeah, I even don't want to publicize this because it's like, no, forget it, Hasbro. But you know, it's toy news, so here you go. There's some toy news. You can pre-order him now. He's going to be released in January, but man, if I was a Black Series collector, I'd be feeling pretty diddled right now. And not in a good way. Also, they revealed another Darth Vader as well. A New Hope Darth Vader, which I don't know how this is any different to any other Darth Vader that they've released. I mean, how many Black Series 6-inch Darth Vaders have we had? The answer would be a lot. Well, this is one that's, I don't know, just specifically New Hope. I mean, I used to consider myself a Star Wars fan, but I don't know how you differentiate a New Hope from Jedi or Empire or anything else. It's freaking Darth Vader. But there you go, $25. He's also going to be available in January. Then we got ourselves some droid action with R46DO. I don't know where this fella appears. He's not a gaming one, is he? Because he'd have the gaming tag on him. But I lose track. I mean, there's so much Star Wars media out there now that it's impossible for me to follow which droid appears where and with who. It's another R2 type unit. And again, it looks fine. There was one I saw revealed months ago that was in model behavior colors with the red, white, and blue. And I really kind of wanted to get that, but I think it was scheduled to be released months from then. So whenever it's going to come out, I might get hold of that one just as a little channel mascot. This one, if you want him in kind of, I don't know, cinnamon spice colors, then hey, it'd be very festive. They're doing a subtle Halloween release without even realizing it. And then finally for this little batch here, we've got The Mandalorian from the Mines of Mandalore episode, which I don't know. I don't know how this differentiates him from any other Mandalorian figures. He's got the Darksaber, so that's something there. You got the Darksaber, but if you've already got a Mandalorian, I mean, do you really need to pick this guy up as well? Especially if you've got him in the Beskar armor. So yeah, I mean, there he is. He's perfectly fine. He is what he is, but I can't imagine anyone rushing out to pick him up if they don't already have a Beskar Mando. But if you're going to be a completionist, and sometimes there is a certain sweet satisfaction that comes to being a completionist, then you're going to want to add him as well. All of them available at your usual retailers for pre-order. Going to be released around about January. $25 a pop. I mean, hey, look, at least the price isn't crazy. That's the most I can say. But speaking of crazy prices, we have another Hot Toys release. At least Hot Toys, they are the high-end premium side of things. So you can go, oh, okay, well, I guess that's where the money's going. And we got ourselves a Feral Predator from Prey, easily. Actually, I was going to say the second best Predator movie, but I don't know. I got a lot of love in my heart for the cheesy, schlocky, ultra-violent Predator 2. There's something so kind of seedy and unpleasant about that film that I actually really, really love it. But still, Prey notwithstanding, is a fantastic extension of the Predator franchise. I mean, let's face it, after AVP Requiem, that was in the toilet bowl. And actually, no, I mean, we had plenty after that. We had The Predator, which actually was possibly worse. than AVP Requiem. I mean, that sucked and was amateurish, but at least it had a vision. It was a dumb vision, but at least it had one. Whereas the Predator was just, that was just an abomination of a Frankenstein together garbage fire. This, however, represents good Predator, and it's a cool redesign as well. Normally, I'll be the last person to go, oh, what's that? A new director is going to put their own spin on a beloved franchise character? This can't go wrong. But genuinely, I don't mind that with Predator because it's a different species. It's not replacing the Stan Winston classic. It's just an iteration of it, kind of like the Berserker Predator in Predators, which is an okay entry in the franchise, I think. So this with the wonderful bone skull biomask, that's so cool. He's got the little LED light up feature as well. He's got all the weapons that we see in the movie. Of course, you've got the unmasked face as well, which is, whew, if we're talking about ugly MFers, that one raises the bar. He is particularly hard to look at. A face only a mother could love. However, if you have this face on your toy shelf, then I think you might love him too. Going to be available around about the end of next year, creeping into 2025. Man, how are we talking about 2025 already? That's a crazy prospect. Totally awesome, dude! The Playmates Ninja Turtles Party Wagon has been reissued. Whole lot of reissuing going on, but hey, sometimes you got to give the people what they want. This is a more basic party wagon, because of course, NECA have done theirs, Super 7 I think have done theirs as well. So you got a more basic one, $40 for the Playmates Party Wagon. And I mean, just looking at the graphics on the box, I love that. That is so retro, so 80s, so straight out of your childhood. Rather than being a zhuzhed up, super expensive version of the Party Wagon, this is pretty much what you got in 1987 or whenever it was originally released. So it's up for pre-order now, and hey look, if you're collecting your Playmates Turtles or even your NECA ones, it might be a little bit too small for the NECA ones, but just put it in the distance a bit. Say that it's parked over in the end of the parking lot. You can get away with that. It's a fun little addition to a Terminator? No, we're not talking about Terminators, we're talking about Turtles. It'd be a stupid addition to a Terminator shelf. Wouldn't make any sense. It's a crossover no one asked for. Nonetheless, though, for a Turtles fan, it's a cheap edition that won't break the bank, and it's actually nice to be able to say that once in a while. Okay, normally when I'm talking about something, I open up with the picture of the thing, but this, I'm not remembering this name. Okay, so you gotta go with me here on this. Dragon Ball SH Figure Arts Super Saiyan Godson Goku Saiyan God of Virtue. Whew, God of Virtue indeed. Gonna be retailing for only $26. Available in May of next year. Released November 1st over here in Japan, but that don't mean nothing for me because I don't collect Dragon Ball. But Tamashii Nations, they're giving us this little fella here. I was gonna try and say his name again, but I've already forgotten it. It's something Goku with some Super Saiyanness in there. Is his hair color cyan? Did I pronounce that right? That's cyan with a C. I think there's Saiyan with an S. Regardless, we're getting lost in the super weeds. I'm surprised that it's so cheap though, because SH Figure Arts, oh no, they do have the more budget line. Yes, they do, I just remembered. So this is one of the more budget Dragon Ball Z figures, but still looks kind of fun. You know what I'm thinking? With this body here, I mean, even I recognize that as the classic orange and blue Goku Dragon Ball costume. I kind of want to like take the anime head off that and like put one of the Ryu heads on there from the new Jada Street Fighter line. That could work quite well. Ryu in a Dragon Ball Z costume. Sorry, just getting bonkers silly kitbash ideas, but that's what happens when you discover a new incredible line. And when I say discover, I mean being the last to the party. And the party's winding down, and I'm like, hey guys, this party's awesome. People are like, yeah, Dave, we know. The Jada Street Fighter party's been rocking for the last year. Well, I'm finally on board, and now I'm thinking about all the kitbash possibilities. And you know what? I like what I see. Super 7 are giving us the Bruce Lee Ultimates Wave 3 version of the movie icon, and this is him in his ninja stealth gear, which I always associate with Enter the Dragon, when he's doing some sneaking, and it's listed as the operative. So I assume that that's exactly where they've taken this look from. Going to be about $55, and coming out around about summer of next year, so you've got plenty of time to save up and get your pre-orders in, and also, you know, work on your martial arts moves. Remember, don't think, feel, be like water. I love all my Bruce Lee philosophy wisdomisms. Oh yes, it's the snake. Okay, that's full on Enter the Dragon. That's great. He like just grabs a snake out of a tree and then he's like, I'm gonna mess someone up with this later. And he does. So it's a lovely looking package. I don't need a Bruce Lee figure now. Why? Because I got Fei Long from Jada, and that's pretty much Bruce Lee. I love this Jada line. I'm not going to shut up about it anytime soon. Also, from SH Figure Arts to Machination's Dragon Ball Z line, we have another name I'm going to butcher. Kiwi? Kiwi. That's probably it. Kiwi. I've, again, no idea who he is, but I love the ridiculous animated kind of expression. That's the noise I would put to that. Which is going to be so much fun if you have him in a battle pose, like getting socked in the face or something. So he's going to be available. I'm just glancing down at my notes here. I did have it written down. Comes with Kiwi also go blah blah. Famous features. Oh no, I thought I had it written down. I don't. But you can look at the pretty pictures. I thought I had a release date. No, I guess not. I'm trying to think what it is, and the only thing that does is make my face go. So yeah, he's coming out at some point. Big green purple alien dude. Wow, you really you come here to Model Behaviour for the hard-hitting facts, don't you? There's a figure coming out at some time, at some price. Can't tell you what, or even how to pronounce his name. Go have fun with that. Join the Patreon. Jeez Louise. McFarlane are diving back into Pacific Rim in a big way with their Page Punchers line. So this is really interesting. They're just this is a huge launch of a whole wave of figures. They're only going to be 4 inches tall, which is that kind of, you know, I don't like that scale for 6-inch normal type characters, but we're dealing with gigantic kaiju. So you got to scale things down a little bit. I'm okay with that. And they come with the buildings and everything as well. It's not really my cup of tea, but I just love this I love new things and creative things, because there's so much of, you know, a lot of the same, rinse and repeat in action figures. And I give McFarlane credit. They try different things. We got like Batmobiles and Megafigs and stuff like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This is an unusual experiment. I love the first Pacific Rim movie. The second one's awful. Such a shame. It could have been a great franchise, but I guess we'll never know. But the creature designs are absolutely phenomenal. And the Jaegers, the robots as well. So being able to collect pretty much everyone that appears in the franchise, that's pretty awesome, because they're doing tons of these, along with comics that come with them as well to fit that page puncher kind of style. I'm really impressed. And also, they're $20 each. They're not crazy, don't get me wrong, $20 is still a lot of money. But you know, for what you're getting with the comic, the building diorama piece, and the little monster itself, or the robot, I really, really dig that. So I'm going to keep a little eye on this project and see how it develops. They're on the gold label, so I think, is that McFarlane? I was going to say store exclusive, but I don't think that is the case. I need to double check my facts on that one. But right now, I just wanted to show you the pretty pictures and reminisce about what a badass movie the first Pacific Rim was. Why do we only have one good Pacific Rim movie and like 8 Michael Bay Transformers movies? That's just... We're in the darkest timeline, folks. We really are. Nonetheless, though, this is a reminder of how awesome that first movie was, and at least how visually cool the designs in the second movie were. Everything else, not so much. But hey, Pacific Rim is back, so for that, I say thank you, McFarlane. Thank you. Star Sun Studios. Nope, I've not heard of them either, but I have heard of King of the Fighters, and they are doing a 1/6 scale King figure, and I just kind of like the look of this. 1/6 scale, cool anime-looking lady in a sort of a fighting tuxedo. You got my attention. It's not something that I would ever add to my collection. I was raised in a Street Fighter household. Street Fighter / Mortal Kombat. You know, we did the 90s right. King of the Fighters was always a little bit too obscure for me. I mean, I know it's not an obscure title, but it was outside of my sphere of knowledge. But she looks super fun. I know that there's a big following for King of the Fighters. Just ask Storm Collectibles. They keep shoving out King of the Fighters figures and refusing to give me Blaze from Streets of Rage. Just no justice in the world, I tell you. So yeah, she looks kind of cool. I don't have a release date yet, but I'm gonna, again, like I always say, broken record Dave over here, I'm gonna keep an eye on the project, see when it comes out, see when it's available, and I'll try to let you know when it is. Because yeah, for a 1/6 scale tuxedo martial arts lady, she looks kind of cool. I was gonna say cool or fun, and instead I said crun. Looks kind of cruel. cruel and fun and crun. Looks all those things. Let's go to the next segment. And now, it's Sting from Diamond Select Toys. That was a little Tony Schiavone there for any of you who don't know the reference. Sting, the icon of AEW. One of the old veterans who can still go. God bless him. Going to be retiring next year. That should be quite the event. 10 inches of Sting statue from Diamond Select for only $60 as well, which is not bad when you're talking about statues, I think. And a 10-inch statue, that's going to take up quite a bit of space on your shelf and, really be quite striking because, God bless him. I mean, when he hit on that crow makeup, it's like, dude, you can keep doing this gimmick well into your 60s. No one can tell how much you're aging. I should try doing that, actually. Just slap on a bit of makeup before doing model behavior. Yeah, we could be onto something there. I mean, a baseball cap to cover the hairline is one thing, but throw on some crow makeup and I could be immortal. So yeah, this one's going to be released, I think, let me just check. I think it's like within about a few months or so. Second quarter of 2024. So you got a little while to wait. But yeah, have Sting on your mantelpiece. Why the heck not? Over in Cosplay Corner, I want to shout out the real Lisa Mancina. And as I say that name, I realize that I think I've done her already. But you know what? We're doing her again because she's done more cosplays and they look really, really good. And I know that a lot of people say when I talk about the quality of the cosplay and the material and the how they put together, you're like, Dave, you don't need to pretend that you care about that. You just want to show pretty pictures of pretty ladies. And that is true. But also, when you look at these, I mean, let me just bring up here for you, for your consideration, this Batgirl costume right here. I mean, credit where it's due. Yes, I do Cosplay Corner because I love a little bit of cheesecake and I like pretty things, So there you go. But actually, you look at what's going on here. Holy potatoes. You've got to appreciate that there is some incredible work. Barbie Batgirl. How did I not pick up that it was a Barbie Batgirl cosplay? I dig that. But also, check out the Moon Knight. Oh no, that's not Moon Knight. That's Sailor Moon. Get out of here. Where's her actual... Look, there's a Moon Knight thumbnail, but it goes to Sailor Moon. Well, you know what? Sailor Moon looks pretty good as well, so I ain't going to complain about that. Oh, hello. Ah, there you go. Nice transition. So yeah, that Moon Knight costume's phenomenal. So yes, I do Cosplay Corner just so I can put pretty ladies in the thumbnail. But no, it doesn't mean I don't care about the quality of the craftsmanship, because dang it, look at this Moon Knight. That looks the business. Go give her a follow. And folks, that does it for good news for today. I thought I'd change things up a little bit and just do a slightly faster, more truncated, just get the news out to you kind of video. I hope you enjoyed it, because I don't have to ramble on for the best part of an hour, but that's often where we find ourselves. Regardless of how long I go, though, I really appreciate you watching. So gang, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that too. And until next time... Ow, I'm losing the knack of this, I swear. Better. Keep displaying model behavior.
Cup of coffee. Big time.